Okay, update number two here on the Ukrainian-Russian war front. A Russian drone ended up crashing into a building in Romania. Romania is a NATO ally. I wasn't aware of that at the time, so if you weren't either, then we're learning things together here. I wanted to know why. Why do we give a shit about Romania? Romania officially joined the North Atlantic Treaty Organization in 2004, becoming part of the alliance that currently consists of 32 member countries from Europe and North America. As a NATO member, Romania participates in collective defense measures, meaning that an armed attack against Romania would be considered an attack against all NATO members under the Article 5 of the North Atlantic Treaty. So, right now, there's a discussion of, was this an errant drone that was meant, because they're on the border of Ukraine? So was this an errant drone that was meant to hit a target in Ukraine, or was this something else? But either way, it's dangerous. That Russia is accidentally or whatever is branching out and making mistakes. Now, the reason Romania is in it, again, I don't know why. Romania's NATO membership is a cornerstone of its foreign policy and national security strategy. The country actively contributes to NATO missions and operates operations aiming to strengthen the alliance and ensure regional security, particularly in the Black Sea region. Romania is also under the NATO nuclear umbrella provided by the United States, which offers strategic protection and deterrence against potential threats. So I don't know how much of a benefit they are to us. I think we're, being in that area is protecting them in that nuclear umbrella they're referring to from Russia. So here's some of the video here. Why is this doing this?
All right, we have some update regarding the war in Ukraine, which has once again spilled beyond its borders. And in the latest, a Russian drone has struck an apartment building in Romania. And according to Romania's defense ministry, a Russian drone entered the Romanian airspace.
Isn't that where the Tate brothers are? Brandon and Andrew, right? They're in Romania, aren't they?
And crashed onto the roof of an apartment building in the southern part of Galati City, which borders Ukraine. Now, this impact of the strike has triggered a fire and has wounded 2 people. This is the latest that we are bringing in from the war in Ukraine, where a Russian drone has struck an apartment building in Romania. And according to Romania's defense ministry, a Russian drone entered the Romanian airspace and it crashed onto the roof of an apartment building in the southern part of Galati City, which borders Ukraine. Now, the impact of the strike is told to have triggered a fire and have wounded 2 people.
So they're saying it crashed, which means the building wasn't its target, but its munitions might have gone off. Here's one from OSINT Defender. Several people injured, some seriously, following the impact of a Russian one-way attack drone tonight. So they're suggesting that this was on purpose, on a residential, or that it was an errant one and it crashed into the building. I mean, there is a difference. It may not seem like much, but there is a difference. You blatantly attacked it, which you violated. You violated the NATO Treaty Article 5, right? Or this was an errant drone that malfunctioned, and you can make an argument this was an accident. No sound in this video. That's the drone striking the building. Play that again. Okay, so here is some of the wreckage. So the wreckage found at the site of a drone strike tonight on an apartment building in Galata, eastern Romania, which injured several civilians, appears to confirm that the building was indeed struck with a Russian Jiran 2 Shahid 136. Why do you have a Muslim name for it? Here is Romania's MOD confirms that a Russian drone hit Romanian territory with its radars tracking the incoming raid. During the night of May 28th to the 29th, Russian Federation resumed drone attacks on civilian and infrastructure targets in Ukraine in the vicinity of the river border with Romania. One of these drones entered Romanian airspace, being tracked by radar to the southern area of the city of Galata, and crashed onto the roof of a block of flats, apartments. The impact being followed by a fire. Specialized teams from the IGSU and other structures from the Ministry of Internal Affairs, the Romanian Intelligence Service, and the Romanian police are operating on site. MAPN radars detected drones flying near Romanian airspace. Two F-16 aircraft in the Air Police Combat Service took off at 1.19 from the 86 Air Base in Fetisti, supported by an IAR-330 SOCAT helicopter of the Romanian Air Force. The aircraft pilots had authorization to engage targets through the city. I love how they put all that in to make it two. You want to know our power in Romania? Two, not one, two F-16 aircraft in air police combat. We don't have military. We have air police. We pull you over right there in the fucking sky. Right there. I give you fucking ticket. And then also I send SOCAT helicopter. What you think of SOCAT? Ah, fucker. What the fuck? The aircraft pilots had authorization to engage targets throughout the alert. Well, that just makes sense, doesn't it? The National Military Command Center, CORE, informed the General Inspectorate for Emergency Situations about the need to institute measures to alert the population. In this context, RO alert messages was sent to Tulcea, Galata, and Breala counties. The situation is dynamic, and we will return with information and official data as it become available. Fucking Romania is not doing anything with your fucking two Tonka toy trucks and airplanes. So anyway, we'll see if anything becomes of this. I mean, it's Russia has. This isn't the first drones that have flown over. They've gone into Poland as well, and then after that crashed and it was investigated. Both Ukraine blamed Russia, Russia blamed Ukraine. We didn't have anything decisive about whose drone hit what. There have been drones hitting the Zaporizhia area, the Chernobyl site. So and each side again blames the other for that. So you have these errant attack drones that are flying all over the place. Now people are catching strays that aren't even involved in the conflict. So, when they start spouting off about how they're going to activate Article 5, I don't see them doing that for this. For an errant drone that hit an apartment building, there's just going to be maybe more pressure is put on Russia, or maybe they build up. Romania is requesting more drone defense at this time. So they want more drones. They want more radar in order to better detect incoming drones from a longer distance. And that's what they're going to do. All of these countries that are in close proximity to Russia, they're just all going to make requests for better defensive weapons, and perhaps some offensive ones as well for protection. That's, in my opinion, that's what I see coming out of this. But we'll see if it blows up, no pun intended, into a larger issue with a drone hitting outside of the territory they're supposed to be attacking. They're not authorized to attack, but they're supposed to be focused on the Ukrainian area, not hitting all of the other outlying countries that are there as well. So we'll see if this turns into something larger. All right, that's the updates I have for you. I'll have more coming, if not today, then tomorrow. All right, thanks everyone. Talk to you again soon.